Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Going to spend some time with Jay Jones and Andy Valadez, and they are both media guys that are working with the Price of Business in a new venture that we're developing. It's a new television program in the works. We're very excited about it and delighted to spend some time talking about it. We're going to start off with each Jay and Andy giving a little bit of their own background to get us started. Jay, good talking to you again, sir. Kind of tell us about yourself, projects you've been involved in.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for having us on this morning.
Thank you.
I'm born and raised in Baytown, Texas, right outside of Houston, and been producing reality television for about a decade now. Have worked on some really bad shows and some really, really amazing shows. So I've been really fortunate. I've had the privilege and honor of producing ABC's Extreme Makeover Home Edition, A&E's Hoarders, History Channel's Ice Road Truckers, and have just recently signed on to produce Discovery's new show called Dead Raisers. And it's going to feature stories of everyday people who've passed away and then miraculously come back to life. So I'm really excited about this new program and really excited about your show concept that you have going on that we're going to help you develop.
Yeah, very good. And what about you, Andy? You, of course, been a friend of the program for a long time, but real quickly, tell us what you're up to and been up to.
Yeah, Kevin, appreciate your friendship over the years and definitely love your show. My company is Marketing Dynamics, so we have interest in technology, broadcast, entertainment, publishing, sports, and startups. So we thrive in the origination, creation, and the implementation, manifestation of these ideas. We met Jay recently through one of my clients, Myra Leal, who you've had on your show, I believe. And ultimately, Jay was producing a boot camp series in San Antonio, which we were able to kind of meet and get to know each other. And so when you told me about your idea, I definitely wanted to introduce you to Jay and kind of get that ball rolling.
Yeah, and it's a fun idea. I'm very excited about it. And, in fact, haven't heard back from either of you guys, but just recently produced the video we're doing for crowdfunding. We're excited about that, and I think we're getting close to launch that stage of the campaign. And I know we all have different networks on the radar screen. It just seems like it's a question of where it lands, not whether or not it will land. Your thoughts, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, CNN does a really cool thing once a year where they honor everyday heroes who changed the world, and it's basically a televised award ceremony. And, you know, I'm not a huge fan of CNN, but this program captures the true nature of humanity and heroism. And your show builds upon that and takes it one step further, you know, featuring stories of everyday people being heroic, yes, but in extraordinary circumstances where split-second decisions can literally mean life or death. So to me, that is so exciting, and I'm honored to be a part of it, you know, because really in the negative world we live in, audiences are begging for this type of programming. So for me, this is the type of show that gets me out of bed and takes me away from my family that, you know, I don't mind going to work for. I'm actually excited. So I'm just thrilled to be a part of your project. Yeah,
thank you. And in your case, I think you would say, Andy, that there's really not a demographic that wouldn't enjoy something like this type of programming.
Right. You know, I'm former Marine. Of course, you know, we're watching what's happening in the news and what's going on in our country. And, of course, you know, you have success stories like American Sniper that's come out, and a lot of Americans have kind of woken up to, you know, even though it's, you know, it's an inspirational story and there's a lot of controversy back and forth on it, but it still is a good story. But the other dynamic that you bring to the table is, of course, the media aspect, actually getting to talk to the leaders that are in the dialogue of what it means to be a hero, self-defense, also first responders, and what to do and what not to do, because there's a lot of things that people do that could actually cost them their life if they're trying to help someone. If they just think about the situation and were armed with information, they could actually be a help and not harm themselves in the process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no question about it. And to me, you know, again, like Jay alluded to, there's just so much negative news out there, and yet it doesn't matter where these stories of heroic actions taking place, a person jumping into a body of water and bringing someone out, and often like a freezing body of water, or a person who sees a robbery at a convenience store and jumps into action. even a story I just saw this week of a lady verbally assaulting, a young lady verbally assaulting an older lady, and other people jumping in to protect the older lady. These kind of things happen, and they inspire us, and they raise us to a higher level. And, I think there's educational, edification, and even entertainment value to that. Jay, talk a little.
Yeah, the thing that comes to my mind is the show, I think it's for ABC, called What Would You Do, where they kind of force these circumstances on people to see their reaction. So ours is like, your show is kind of like a real version of that. So it's
what
really
did
cool.
they do? Our show is What Did They Do?
What did they do?
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, I think I'm very excited about it. I think about it very often. Looking forward now. I think we've laid a lot of the groundwork and ready for the next stage, and looking for the steps that were going to take place. And I know that the ball, I think now largely is in Andy's court as we prepare for the next step of taking this to funding sources and that type of thing. And Andy, where are you at that process?
Yeah, what we're doing right now, and even as you guys are talking, I think everybody has a story of someone who's done something heroic. I mean, I think of a personal one, that would be, of course, there's a lot of people that have stories per se. So we're going to socialize this. Basically, we're going to put it out there, and we're going to aggregate stories and make people a part of this. So ultimately, we'll be looking for some kind of Indiegogo type campaign that we're putting together. You've already done the video, which is an excellent video, and we've given you a little bit of feedback on that. So we're ready to put all these elements together and get this live.
Yeah, no question about it. Well, I think the listener's going to be hearing a lot more in the days and weeks to come. We're excited about it. I've got lots of ideas as to where we're going to go next, and I know both Jay and Andy do as well. Andy, by the way, you can learn more about him at marketingdynamics.com. That's Marketing Dynamics. Is that right? Or is it Team Marketing Dynamics? Thank you. TeamMarketingDynamics.com. And then what about you, Jay? What's the best website to learn more about your work?
I have a website called hungryfishmedia.org that I've been working on and about ready to launch next week. That's all about what we're doing and how we're doing it, and really cool stuff there. Yeah, hungryfishmedia.org.
Awesome. Gentlemen, thanks to both of you. By the way, in the days and weeks to come, you will be hearing more about what we're doing. We're excited about this. It's going to be a great program. And do want to remind a listener that the best content here, including this interview, can be found over there at usdailyreview.com. And you're listening to The Price of Business.